Hi, everybody. Got your cuppa? I just finished mine so I don't drink it in front of you. Here we are. All my pickles, snowflakes, turtles, no matter what club members, and those special Goldilocks. And I identify with being a Goldilocks, especially when it comes to my coffee, my car, and what I'm wearing. It is what it is. But the rest of the world can spin on its axle, and that takes care of that. Well, I'm so glad you're all here. And I just wanted to bring up a topic. I don't know if you still are guilty of this or a doer of this and don't even know about feeling guilty about it, but are you a nibbler? Are you a snacker? Are you a stick your finger in things and taste them as you go along with your day? You? Are you? I do admit that if I'm working with butter in a pan, cooking with something or something like that, I do tend to lick the little baby spatula that I use as I dip it in the butter dish that Dupuis sent me, my little yellow butter dish with the wooden top that I love. And I always think of her when I use it. And then I'll use the butter for what I'm using it. And then, yeah, I admit, I love my butter, but it doesn't have a lot on it. It's just a very lickable. I mean, I do wipe it on the pan first. So I'm really licking just a skosh of the flavor. But I could eat the entire tub of butter, I'm telling you. Who's that lady that, you know who she is? She always has the camera and it's at a perfect angle to show her six pack. She eats like 3 tablespoons of Kerrygold with her meal. Her name's not coming to me right now, but I know all of you are going, oh, did it. It's like, oh yeah, that's right, that's right. So, nibbler, eater, stick your finger in it, unconsciously taste things as you go through the day. We might even throw in nighttime eating just because. Why not? It's one of those unconscious things that all of those things fall under the category of where it's just better if you don't. You know, it's a habit that doesn't work for us. Most of us learned, most of us work on that. And even Dr. Fung has in his book, Beating Obesity, is that the one? I look up there because it's one of my libraries. Um, because he put in his book, no period, snacking period, ever period. I guess that gets across the point. It kicks in your whole body. Your body says, oh, more food's coming. Let's prepare for it. So it takes you out of fat burning mode and gets ready to do that digestive process. And, whether it's a tablespoon of almond butter or it's one of your meals for the day, your body, it just gets there. It's like when you call 911 and they send the fire truck, the ambulance, and a couple of cop cars. It's like they're all there. They don't know what they're going to get when they get there, but they're ready. And that's what your body is once it gets food in the mouth and you swallow it and it starts going down. And so it really throws off your body, and you just don't want to do it. Plus, for your head, I find for me that once I have that snack, I want the rest of the meal. That's all there is to it. That snack's not going to hold me. I know people that can have a little taste of something, something, and they're good for the next 3 hours till their meal happens. I don't fall into that category, but then I do use my coffees during the morning as my bridges to get through to my OMAD mid-afternoon. So that's what works for me. Maybe for somebody else, it is, a teaspoon of butter or a little bit of MCT oil in their coffee all day. Today, I'm having some of my keto pumpkin spice latte in my coffee with my Keto unflavored, and yeah, that always tastes good. And that's because today is my long day, and on my long days, I do have a little that extra 15 grams of fat because I never know where the day is going to take me. I'm like calling 911. I don't know what I'm going to get when I get there. It's not as serious, of course. So how do you work on giving up your little habits that don't benefit you with your digestion, with your intermittent fasting, with however it is that you do it? How do you handle it? What do you do for yourself? Getting out of the habit of something. The nighttime eating, there's people with higher pay grades and more initials after their names than mine, that say if you're eating at night, it's an emotional issue. If you're snacking, it's an emotional issue. That's Dr. Sivers. And that's how he feels. And he's a food addict, carb addict, sugar addict. So, and with the credentials. So he knows what he's talking about when he says, that's just your addict talking when you start doing those things. And my simplified being a food, sugar, carb addict is that if you feel the need to snack, stick your finger in something, lick something, taste something, have a sliver of something, in between meals, then you didn't get enough meal at that prior meal to last to your future meal. And if you're OMAD like I am, that means having enough on Sunday to get you to your Monday OMAD. Doesn't mean things in between, except, well, in my case, I use my bridges as my bridges. So I don't want to see you guys keeping the things that eventually would have to go anyway. And if you already crossed the line and you're a type 2 diabetic or a type 1 diabetic, you already know about the snacks and how they can get you into trouble because you're triggering everything inside of your body. Your pancreas goes, oh, food, okay, shut everything off. Let's deal with this right now. Yeah, so you don't want to go there. And so it's a habit that takes a while to break, maybe something for your hands to do. I'm a big player of spider solitaire to keep my hands busy, and it's a calming thing. I don't know why, but it is. I just play it. And sometimes in listening to videos, I do that if there's not a lot of graphics. Because sometimes you hit a video and it's just a picture of that person, and it's like just it's just a word exchange. Nothing's live there. And so that's perfect. And I do that, and it kind of calms me down and it carries me. It's my bridge. It's a little bridge. I'm not a knitter or crocheter. Used to be, not now. Used to be a needlepoint person, not now. Used to be a reader, not now. So I'm basically a YouTube baby. And that's how I do my day. But those are hard habits to break, and they aren't easy. They could be lifetime habits. They could be mindless habits that you didn't even realize were habits until somebody like me comes along and starts talking about snacking and sticking your finger in something and having a sliver of something, and when nobody else is looking, and ooh, it's keto, ooh, it's carnivore, it's only 4 slices of ham. I don't usually have this. I usually have my 2MAD or my OMAD, but suddenly I'm more hungry, so at 7:30 in the morning I'm having 4 slices of ham. Well, I just say that might need looking at. Is there something that you're not doing food-wise? That'd be the easiest place to go. Or the yucky part, which is something emotionally getting to me and making me want to overeat. Get to that comfort place of the numb, because I've chewed, I've swallowed, and now I can get in that zone of like not thinking about the emotional thing. That's a topic for another day. But just so you're aware, that when you put food in your mouth, there's no food in your mouth that's going to solve an emotional issue. I learned that the hard way. Probably you have too. But if you haven't, just know that it's probably a truism, and you might want to look at your idea of snacking. And it might not be holding you over in the way that you were hoping it did. So just an awareness, just a little snacking, tasting, nibbling, standing up, having something, pop, pop. Oh, it's gone. Nobody saw it, so it doesn't count. Yeah. I got your number, honey. All right. So what am I having today? Well, today is an exciting day. Why? I woke up. You did too. We're both here. All right. Today, these are my macros for the day. I am having 1,181 calories. My protein is 91.9. My carbs total are 2.9, and my fats are 90 grams. And all of those goodies in it, I'm having today, I'm having from that Brazilian butcher, the short ribs, boneless short ribs that I cooked in my crock pot. So I'm having 6 ounces of that, and I'm having 3 Pete and Jerry medium eggs. I'm having 3 ounces of sweet Italian sausage from Whole Foods. It looks so good today. Sliced up into the scrambled eggs. I'm having 1 ounce of organic Munster cheese on top of those 3 eggs and sweet Italian sausage. And then through the day, I'm having my keto coffee. I've got a little bit more of the coffee with the Omega Power Creamer pumpkin latte in it. And I will have my 14 grams of raw lemon juice with my electrolytes in a couple of hours after I've done a few Uber runs. And that will be my almost 1,200 calories for the day. I use the chronometer as a meal planner as much as I just like to see what I'm having, and the idea of staying transparent with you guys. My weight is 122. I weigh on the first Thursday of every month. So we'll see if that changed. Yeah, so that's my OMAD. We'll eat between 2 and 3 today. And yeah, it's going to be a good day. We're having one of those storm doors installed. And it's one of those where you pull down the top, and when you pull down the top storm, the screen comes down. So we'll have cross ventilation. We have the same door in the kitchen, and now this will be in the living room. And Greg is triply excited. We have another door that leads to the basement. It's like if you were walking up from the basement, there's the door. That has a screen on it. We'd like to upgrade that as well. So it's just nice to have non-air conditioning, non-heat days in New England, non-humidity days. So that's what's going on here. If you feel yourself managing your nibbling, snacking, sticking your finger in it, taking a little slice of, eating when nobody's looking, even if they're in your food plan, they must be okay, right? No. Let us know how you did it, because there's always tips and tricks from the comments, and I so appreciate that, because we're all on the same journey, but we're like Heinz 57. We get here a different way as long as we get here, right? So thank you so much for watching. This has been Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food with Keto, Carnivore, and Carnivish, and it's just another day because we're all upright and taking nourishment at some point. Bye-bye for now.